The guest is Dr. Bobby Lovett from Tennessee State University, and the topic is the 150th year commemoration of the Civil War, or the sesquicentennial of the war. And of course, Dr. Lovett, let's talk about members of the sesquicentennial heritage foundation that you're working with.
Well, the Sesquicentennial Commission consists of a large number of people from cross sections of Tennessee. I served on that for perhaps a year, but I'm no longer on that, but it's under the Commissioner of Tourism, and she has done a marvelous job in making sure that this celebration in Tennessee, this commemoration, is inclusive. And then there is the Tennessee Civil War Heritage Committee, which I serve as an advisory committee headed by Carol Van West of MTSU. Those two committees are very important in pushing this commemoration across the state of Tennessee. And I think Tennesseans are going to learn that Tennessee was very much involved in this historic event, especially by 1864, when the Battle of Nashville was fought in December 15th to 19th, 1864, which Tennessee historian Stanley Horn says was one of the decisive battles in the Civil War. It was a turning point. And at the end of 1864, when people were tired of the war, the Union needed a victory, and the Confederates tried to retake Nashville as a strategic city, and the commanding general, George Thomas, collected about 42,000 troops here, and including maybe as much as 10,000 of them were United States colored troops, or what we call USCT. As you know, we have a commemoration each year in December under Kwame Lewis and others out at the National Cemetery on Gallatin Road to remember what those men did, those African-American soldiers and others, because there are almost 2,000 black Civil War soldiers buried in the National Cemetery on Gallatin Road next to Kmart. And that kind of ended the Confederates' real efforts. From then on, they're on the run. And on January 31st, the House of Representatives proposed the 13th Amendment to the Constitution. And the House of Representatives passed the proposal. The Senate had already passed that proposal in December at the end of the Battle of Nashville. And on February 1st, Lincoln is so happy, he says, that is a king's proposal. That sums the whole thing up. Because what he wanted was a permanent amendment that would put his Emancipation Proclamation in stone. And as you know, Lincoln was assassinated the next April, 1865. But prior to that, on the 3rd of April, Lincoln is able, 4th of April, Lincoln is able to visit the Confederate capital because General Lee says to President Davis, you better get out of here, we can't hold it anymore. They evacuate Richmond. Lincoln arrives on boat with his son Tad. A black carriage driver escorts him through Richmond. On the approximately the same day, and this is some of Lincoln's doing, black soldiers are the first to enter Richmond and stand sentry at the Confederate White House as a symbol. He wanted
irony, is that something?
He wanted to make it a symbol. Slavery is over, and black people had a lot to do with the ending of it. So among General Grant's 100,000 troops, 25,000 of the Army of the James are black soldiers under General Grant outside Richmond. And he tells the white soldiers to stand aside, and they stand aside, and the black soldiers come up front so that they will symbolically be among the first to enter the captured Confederate capital, Richmond, Virginia. Slavery is over. The war is over. The Union, of course, has been restored.